Well, it's Tuesday, and we're still messing around with large-scale rolling stock for our garden railroad.
The plans are rolling.
The plans are rolling. All of this stuff is AMS, simply because, as I've pointed out in the past, when Bachmann came out with these cars, Hans at Gold Coast Station decided that Bachmann was going to destroy the price point on the AMS, and he marked all of his down and sold it, and I bought it.
He just knew you were in town.
Well, he knew all he had to do was call me, and I'd be over there and spend a couple of grand. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, I bought up a whole bunch of his AMS.
Right.
And then he put AMS back in because while the Bachmanns are brilliant, they're just a lovely addition to the AMS cars. You want to definitely have both if you're running an outdoor railroad. If you want to stay faithful to 20.3, which I'm just not going to mix things up. I'm still planning to run 1/2 inch scale and some other things, but I'm never going to mix because it just looks nasty. So all of this 20.3 stuff will all be run together with the 20.3. So
that is just
the
really
car we're pulling out now has been out of the box before.
That one, yes.
Hasn't been run as yet. But this is the AMS Caboose.
Wow.
And it's the short caboose. They make a long caboose, but I think the long caboose is only available in brass, so it's very expensive. But the short caboose, first of all, I really like short cabooses. I like bobber cabooses.
I like
too.
bobber cabooses.
But
Now, see, that's my favorite car of the whole thing is the caboose.
The caboose is so
I've
fun.
had a thing for cabooses since
We've
I
got
was about 4.
Pieces on the...
Pieces on the leases. There we go. What in the
Even when these things are all boxed up,
they still break.
They still get broken. So anyway,
so many little parts to choose from there too that can break.
There it goes. Anyway, the short caboose, just a beautiful, beautiful car from AMS.
Oh, I love that one.
And you got to have a crummy at the end of your train. None of this nonsense from modern times of no caboose. And the short caboose is perfectly adequate. I like the long caboose too, and at some point I'd like to get one, but I don't know if I'm too keen on the idea of buying a brass one.
Oof.
And they're expensive.
Right.
So, anyway.
Well, again, that one reminds me of when we went on that caboose hop, the one we were in.
Well, this is the one we were in. Yeah.
That's why it reminds me.
Yeah. So, and so typical of the AMS. In this case, let's start with the things they missed. The marker lights here. The lenses are just these little...
There's room for improvement.
There's room for improvement. For the
I know just the fix for that, too.
For the full marker light, that whole full marker light's got to go away. The lenses are particularly pointless.
Paper lenses.
Paper lenses.
There goes with paper roses.
Kind of a goofy-looking marker light on top of that.
We'll fix that.
But the general M-sill detail, I have to say, is just really brilliant. And here again, the working couplers on an AMS. Now on a caboose, instead of the handle lifts here. There it goes. No, it doesn't.
There we go.
There it is.
It worked.
But on a caboose, the handle here is releases by pulling down on the handle here. Grab it and tug it up and down a few times.
Oh, now you tugged it one too many times. It's parted company.
It's come loose.
Yeah.
If it isn't one thing, it's another.
Well, this goes with model railroading. I mean, for the real thing, you got to have a mechanic handy.
Yeah, and the other one's on the loose too. So anyway, always some little repairs to be done, and again with a lot of these cars, because they're heavy, they're going to be more prone to damage because they're heavy.
They're their own worst enemy.
Yeah, and when they're moving along, if they roll off the track or something, all of that weight becomes kinetic energy and it just wants to smash
Do not
the crap
remind me.
out
I've
of it.
seen so many people lose a train, but it falls off a bridge or something. I just want a ball.
But you see something like an N-scale passenger car roll off a thing, and it quite often, because it doesn't weigh anything, there's no kinetic energy there.
But these big ones,
this thing just tips over on its side and something's going to get broken. So, because this thing weighs several pounds just all by itself. But what a beautiful car, and what a great addition That's going to be
We get to model me in the cupola because that was where I spent most of the trip on that caboose hop. Was up in the cupola, and I was just like, oh, so relaxing.
Seats in there and everything.
Wow,
so we'll
one
be
of
able
them's
to do
mine.
that.
I know where I sat.
And we're going to do all of that stuff. I just love it.
I do too.
We've got to get several more cabooses
I want to
because.
adopt a real one. I mean, like for out in the yard or something. It could be my little
Well,
getaway.
and a lot of people don't know, in the early days of railroading, they had a ton of these because every conductor had their own. Mm-hmm. It was like their little personal home away from home. They didn't just trade them off and grab one off the caboose track. Nope, every conductor had their own. So I think Rio Grande had well over 100 of these guys just because of that. Anyway,
Wow.
There it is. We
I
need
could
more
adopt
than
one.
one. Right now we have one caboose. So
Yes.
we'll be getting some more. And
Exactly.
at least one of them is going to have to be along. I'd like to have more than that. The wheels are going around. Well, actually, we've got another one hiding over there.
I know we do.
It's,
It's mine.
Scratch built. So there's that. That's another way to get a long caboose without paying a whole lot of money
Yes, a
for
long
it.
little caboose. You
Build
have
it.
to know people in high areas
Build
and
it.
let them know that you want a
Yeah.
caboose.
You want a caboose? So Al built her a caboose.
He did. I just need to finish it.
Just need to finish it now. It needs paint and some wheel trucks and a few little details. We digress.
That's okay.
Anyway,
We're talking about caboose.
We're going to move this over to the freight yard. In the meantime, we're going to present you guys with the blue button. Are you ready for the blue button?
Be careful.
Here it comes. Zoink! Right there, the blue button. Well, we're not sure how you found this movie on the internet, and we hope you didn't find it boring. And we will see you here on Sunday
Right.
while we go driving around and screwing around that way. See you then.
We'll see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.